Hello friend, my name is Shyam Rathore and today we will understand risk in global business. So first we need to understand what kind of risk we can face if we go to outside of the country for the business. So such risk can arise: political risk, regulatory risk, cultural and managerial risk, exchange risk, credit risk, and transport risk and market risk. Okay, so we will understand these one by one. Global opportunities are not without risk. We need to understand this. There is no business in the world without risk. Okay, such as those arising from volatile capital movements. The International Monetary Fund work to help economics manage and reduce this risk through economic analysis and the policy advice through the technical assistant in which such as macroeconomics policy, financial sector and sustainability and the exchange rate system. So we need to understand in this case IMF International Monetary Fund assist to the investor, importer or exporter who want to go outside of the country. They providing some policies, economic management policies, okay, and economic analysis, policy advice, and through the technical assistance in such microeconomics policies. They provide assistance in such way so it can be reduce the risk. We can understand what kind of problem we face out of the country. So IMF in International Monetary Fund help in this case. Okay, IMF also assistance regarding financial sector sustainability and the exchange rate system. Okay, the risk are not a reason to reverse the directions, but for all concern. Okay, for any concern, we cannot reverse our directions to go outside. There is, but it must be the solution for everything. So we will understand. In developing and advanced countries, among both investor and recipient, to embrace the policy change to build a strong economy and a stronger world financial system that will produce more rapid growth and ensure that poverty is reduced. To embrace policy change to build a strong economy. Okay, just like every country has a specific type of policies which abide to investor follow that policies and regulations till he is working in that country. He need to follow that policy and regulations. So for the beneficials for the investor and recipient, it is necessary to changing in the policies to build a strong economy and a stronger world financial system. Okay, and that system will produce more rapid growth and ensure that poverty is reduced. It is only depend on the policies for the specific country, what kind of policies. So it is mandatory that it should be reduced and changes these unwanted policies which abide to the investor and recipient. Okay, now we will understand what kind of these policies and risk we will face. Okay, so we will understand one by one. First, political and regulatory risk. Okay, many countries of the world are not politically stable, and transfer of the political power does not happen in a smooth way in the country. Okay, many countries in the world are politically not stable. It means that the government of that countries are not stable. They change time to time. Okay, so what happened for that? Therefore, the company doing business in these countries may have a risk in new political regimes. Okay, the countries working in that country, companies are working in that countries may face the risk of the new political policies. What kind of that? Just like the government is not stable, a government is changed, the new government start new policies, so that can be affect the business. So it is a very significant role play that political and regulatory risk is the prevent the business. Okay, so we will understand next. Many countries have a different type of regulations of doing business. Such regulation may be of quite different nature as compared to these prevailing in domestic country. Therefore, the regulation of host country should be taken into account. This is the same in that the rules which is we need to follow in the domestic countries are the different, and when we go to the abroad for the business, the rules we need to follow as per countries. Okay, so this is very important thing that we should be customize our policies and system as per the requirement of the country. We will understand second point, cultural and managerial risk. Countries differ widely in terms of cultural characteristics like customer preference and taste, attitude toward a certain type of product, services, and traditions, value and benefit. A host of cultural factor means that every country have a different type variety of the people, different kind of cultural characteristics, and different kind of customers. The preference of the taste and attitude toward the certain type of product services would be the different. Therefore, what we need to do for that? We need to customize our product for the same. Therefore, the product service have to be tailored according to such requirement. Further, since management practice are cultural bond, the kind of management practice which are effective in the domestic country may not be suitable in the foreign country. Therefore, there is a need of suitable change in management practice, more particularly related to human resources aspect. Okay, the policies and management practice is not suitable for the same for the all the country, because we need to change and customize our management practice according to country. If you go to next, there is a third point, which is exchange rate risk. Exchange rate. Every country has its own currency system, as the currency of one country is not in circulation in the other country. Therefore, the currency is exchanged with another currency at the some rate. The exchange rate keep on fluctuating, causing risk of the loss of participant in the international business. Okay, we can understand every country have a different kind of currency and a different type of exchange rate. It depend on the economic strongness and economic state. So it can be changed. Exchange rate can be changed any times, and it can be risk of the loss of to participate in the international business. Okay. Next, credit risk. It is the risk of loss due to debitor's non-payment of the loan or other line of credit, either the principal or interest coupon or both. It is difficult as certain of credit worthiness of the foreign buyer. When foreign buyer goes bankrupt, the domestic exporter faces great loss. We can understand this is the risk loss due to debitor's non-payment. Okay, so due to this, payment cannot be done. Okay, so what the situation come in, which situation come on, that we will understand that when foreign buyer goes bankrupt, this is the first condition. Okay, due to this, the domestic exporter face great loss. So this is very important point. We need to understand this risk. Okay. If we go to next, transport risk. Due to the long distance between country, goods are dispatched by the shipping or airways, sea and transport are exposed to many type of additional risk. There is another risk of transport risk. Market risk. Next, market risk. Competition in international business is service and market conditions change frequently. It may not be possible for firm to complete international market. It may not be possible for a firm to compete the international market. Okay. We can understand we are going in the international market, so the competition is at a very high level. Not only the price level, but the standard of the goods and efficiency of the goods matters in this case. It is very important. So this is also the risk. We need to enter in the international market with the full and complete perfect good. So we will not face such problem. We will not face such market risk. Okay. So in this video we have understand risk in the global business.